Okay, hello everyone. How are you doing tonight? So, we are going to go ahead and continue on with painting Agent Callus. One thing I did do off stream was I gave at least the body a full wash from, let's see, where is it? From Game Wash from Vallejo. Really toned that down. But first, what else I wanted to do while I was on stream is paint the weapons using Old Reliable here, 6-shooter from Turbo Dork. Again, can't stress enough how much I love this paint for Star Wars weapons because they have that dark metallic look where you can tell they're metallic, but they're also, yeah, they're toned down, but they're metallic. It's about the best way I can put it. And since I'm going to do a wash over everything there anyways, I figured I need to paint the weapons first, and then I can go ahead and give them a wash. So we will go ahead and start with this. Just checking my camera angle every now and then. Let's actually put a mark right about there. Yep, it's the weapon paint. Which again, with this Turbo Dork paint, I will have to do, as Duncan Rhodes says, 2 thin coats. Because while this is perfect through an airbrush, doing a traditional brush on this requires a few extra coats. Just be sure that you have adequate coverage. I hope that's focusing well enough on that. And how are you doing, delayed capture? Hope everything's going good at on your end. And I assume the sound is good, correct? So I'm getting all of the appropriate bars on my streaming program. I just always like to check to be sure that everyone can actually hear me. Or anyone else in chat. Feel free to speak up, say hi, sit down, have some plaid. Alright, sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody ever wonders where I get the sit down and have some plaid, I'll just kind of go into that while I'm painting. We had, me and some friends, back when Twilight was huge, we would actually go and we actually rented the Twilight movies. Hey, alright, Muse's Touch is rating with a party of 5. Wow, take me back to the 90s there. Thank you so much for bringing people into the channel for me. Woo! A moist raid, even.
Moist.
Yes, moist. Ah, yes. Love your moist emote too, Muses. Yeah, I'm just adding the weapon paint onto all of Agent Callus's weapons. And I've already done a wash over the body and the helmet, since I know I would have to do a few coats on this, and then I was going to have to do a wash over the weapon and the arms. So did a little bit of prep work. But again, as always, using my personal favorite for Star Wars weapons is the Turbo Dork 6-shooter. Yeah, that was a good stream, Carol. I really liked a lot of the finishing touches on yours. And if you want to see mine, if you want to see the frog, especially if you have Jake here. Did Jake make the raid with you? Or did he peter out for the night? Okay. Alright. Well, since I got the first coat done anyways. How serendipitous. So, here he is, pretty much finished up. I did a few grapes on there. I'm going to tease you with the frog. I'm going to almost get to him. But then I'll pull away. And then I did a few highlights. Okay. And boom. There's the frog. Even got a little bit of a yellow underbelly showing up. I did him in a nice, vibrant little green, just so he'd show up even better. Because I actually looked at a few reference pictures for some tree frogs, and a lot of them are about this bright color of green. And I used the older scorpion green. I don't even know if they make this color paint anymore, but this pot still works. So I used that and did a little bit of a wash over him. Oh, yeah, keep him on camera. Yes, he's a moist frog. Yeah, and then I did a few berries, few flowers. Yeah, and it's still in good shape, especially for one of these. This was like some of the crappier pots, actually. Like this part even broke off, but it's still in good shape. See? Look at that moist paint. Look at all that moistness. Alright, so, and see here on Agent Callus, I already have him. Wow, looking at my camera, that looks really dark. I'm going to have a problem on these streams with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. It's either going to be really dark and the camera won't pick it up, or really white and the camera won't pick it up. So either way, camera won't pick it up. But I hope you can tell the difference there. I actually am going to go back and layer it up a little bit. So we'll work on and awesome. Maybe it's just some of the light I have shining on my screen that makes it look just like one amalgamous black blob. Okay. Glad you guys can see it. And I appreciate you for swinging by too, Carol. I know you want to go watch the Olympics, so hang around as long as you want, but I understand wanting to go watch them because it is, let's see, they're 8 hours behind us, so it's 1 p.m. Right? They're 8 hours, or are they, no wait, they're 14 hours ahead of us. Yeah, so it's 9, so yeah, it's about noon there. Noon-ish. I used to know because they're 13 hours behind us. Okay. Yeah, ahead. Yeah, I used to know that when I did tech reviews for a site. You know, I would publish things at about this time, maybe later, and it would be about midday there for them. So just adding this to some of the upper panels, just to make them show up just a little bit more. Yeah, because I knew like back then about this time would be a good time to ask any questions if I had any problems or issues with something. That as best we can. Just trying to get some of the raised areas with some highlighting. Ooh, okay. Is this the Goblin Queen sneak preview? I am waiting with bated breath. Yeah, wow. Waiting with bated breath, Michelle. Okay, I will take a peek at that on Discord when I get a chance. But I am looking forward to that. Maybe I'll get some edges here. Which, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll look after the stream is over. Since I don't actually have my Discord open right now. I am working on Agent Callus, and thank you for swinging by, Ty. Always great having you here. Edges around here. Always fun when you get like, anybody else get that where you get like a little buildup of paint and it forms like a little paintball at the tip of your brush, and it doesn't hold paint, but it just is it's just there being annoying. And yes, Michelle, like any sneak peeks of your work or anything else that you're working on, feel free to share. I love previews, but I also do love the anticipation of seeing a finished product, so kind of adds to it. There we go. Nice line there. Yes, I'll be very hush-hush about it. Or do you want me to look while I'm on stream? You can actually see my reaction. Let me know which you would prefer. Hope you guys are seeing that well enough. Okay. Well, hold on just a second. Let me pull up my Discord. But I won't pull it up on the stream if you don't want me to. Don't worry, delay capture. I'll share this with you too. But just not on this, but not on screen. Yes. All right. That's looking good. Very nice. There you go. I like it a lot. Oh no, this is something good. Delay capture. This is something really cool. And I'll tell you more. I'll tell you more later. Don't want to spoil it if other people are watching, which I probably already have spoiled enough as it is, just me blabbing. So she does. She very much does for not only wrangling us goblins during the stream, but for also supporting Michael with a lot of his stuff. Okay, how does that look? I think that looks pretty good. Added a few good lines there. So it'll pop on the tabletop. Yes, I see plans within plans. Oh, back to Dune talk then. Ah. God, so excited for that movie. Thank you. Okay, so then for the tunic, need to shake up my Dungeon Gray and stare into the camera. Which, at the insistence of Geek Curio, or Andy, as some of us know him, he is persuaded me to. I'm going to get a USB mic. Oh, have you not seen the new Dune trailer, Ty? I think I posted about it in the Discord channel. There's a new Dune movie coming out in October. Yes, I will be seeing it with my dad and my brother. I wish I could convince Mom to go too. Maybe I'll try a little bit harder. Because my parents were the reason why I started reading that book. I was watching the horrible David Lynch version. I was asking questions, and Mom answered them enough in a way to make me want to read the book. Yeah, the new trailer for Dune. There was I think it was last week. They posted one. Yes, it's being done in two parts. They haven't even announced who is playing Fade because he's not even showing up in the first movie. Which, for those of you who don't remember, that was the person played by Sting in the David Lynch version. Which, um, one of my buddies said it should just be played by Nick Frost, and he just recreates all of Sting's scenes in the exact same costumes, but he's obvious. Yeah, he doesn't get into any better shape for it. He's just like Nick Frost as Nick Frost is in like Hot Fuzz or something like that, and that actually got me pretty good. Like I was just chuckling for quite a while on the ride home because I talked to a buddy on the way home from work. It was decent, but there were some things I liked House Atreides from the David Lynch version. Well, okay. Yeah, I liked House Atreides from the David Lynch version, but I liked House Harkonnen from the sci-fi version because let's face it, I mean, Patrick Stewart is Gurney Halleck. Oh yeah, Sting was pretty good in it, but I liked the version of the Beast they had in the sci-fi version. And yeah, and that wasn't a slam against Sting. It was just kind of a funny thing, just saying Nick Frost should be Fade and just recreating all of Sting's scenes. That was the David Lynch version, the one in '86. And Patrick Stewart was Gurney Alec. '84. Okay, sorry, I was 3 then. Not meaning to age a bunch of you there, but yeah, the sci-fi version came out. What was it, Ty? About 2001, give or take. I know I was in college then. Okay. And I know if Delay Capture wants us all to feel old, she'll tell us how old she was then in '84. But yeah, they did the still suits right in the sci-fi version compared to the David Lynch version because in the books, if Fremen was wearing their still suit properly, the only thing you would see is their eyes and the palms of their hands. Otherwise, everything else was covered to help preserve and catch water. Yeah, you were -1. Yeah, obviously I could talk about Dune quite a bit because it comes up on a bunch of my streams, so I wish they made Dune miniatures so that way I could paint them as well and not have time for all the other miniatures I need to paint as well. So, yeah, what I'm doing, if for those who don't know right now, I'm just catching all of the raised areas on the pants and leaving the other areas that the wash has hit darker, and actually just getting some of the raised areas too, just so that way the color is more defined. I'd say that looks pretty good so far. Alright, let's check. That would be super cool. I would love to paint me some Duncan Idaho and some Stilgar, personally. If you can't tell, Duncan Idaho is like my favorite character. Like, especially after the prequel novels, where they go way into depth into the Swordmaster training. Well, I guess I'll have to just do some Google Foo then. Or Michelle, my dear, if you would be so kind as to look for me. Because I think your Google Foo is about on par with mine. Maybe even a little bit better. Because I think you have the power of Chazis on your side too. Or delayed capture if you want to as well. Because I think I'm link friendly. So if you find any, feel free to share. No, I wouldn't be surprised if there were Dune. I would actually be surprised if there aren't any. Okay. Oh, and I actually forgot to get, because I even did a wash on the helmet too, so I need to get that. So this will be really fun because this head likes to just move because it's just on a magnet. So I've got to apply just enough pressure to apply the paint, but not enough to move the mini. How's that for a bonus challenge round? Okay, awesome. I will have to take a look at that. So just going to open that up so I can look at that later. Oh, okay, this is just a board game. Oh yeah, with some minis. Sweet. Thank you. I will drool over that later. Alright, thanks Muses, for stopping by. Thank you so much, as always, for rating me. Hope you have a great night. Enjoy the Olympics, okay? Alright, love you. Have a good night. Let's just get that whole raised area the same gray, and I'll leave the rest of it this darker gray. Let's see. How does that look? Stream close up. Whoa. Yes, I'm challenging myself. I'm painting all the helmet, and then I'll get the face. And let's see, my Dragon Black is... Oh god, cascade of paints. It's okay, I'm fine. The paints are fine, brushes are fine. They're just a little shook up now. I think I best do the Dragon Black reapplication on some of that. Hey, what? Oh. The stairs now become part of my thing. Yep. And yeah, it's not a tank top, but it's a sleeveless shirt at least, because, you know, the heat index was, you know, around 100 and I think 107 was the hottest I saw it get. Hey, Warboy, how's it going? Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, it's close enough. Though in the winter months, when I'm not working, when I'm streaming, my office can tend to get kind of chilly, so I might not always be wearing a sleeveless shirt. Well, at least be wearing a short sleeve shirt. let's just get this all. At least this front part deserves to be kind of shiny. My favorite part in the entire Moana movie is when they're at Tamatoa. But I won't sing it so that way I don't get hit with a copyright strike. Awesome. Glad you're just chilling, dude. Try to hit the middle of this belt. Some Daragon black. Then I realized I didn't hit the belt buckle with silver yet, but I can still do that. Yeah, one thing that I've noticed a big difference between the Vallejo wash is a division. Big difference between the Vallejo wash and the Nuln Oil wash. Since I use that on this, the Game Wash seems to make it darker and grainier than the Nuln Oil wash. Ty, have you ever used either? I know you probably use Nuln Oil. Have you ever used the Vallejo this wash at all? Saw a notification about you on. I was finishing a show on Netflix. There's no right. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just glad that you swung by. So. Do I have a set of? I have a set of. Oh, Army Painter washes. All right. Sorry, for a second there, I'm like AP washes. What are those, and how do I get them? Oh wait, I have a few of them. Who's AP and what's their brand? Okay, so I think all of this is dry enough. So I will do a quick wash. Alright, this is the Nuln Oil stuff you were asking me about, Warboy. It's just basically a black wash, and there's different companies that make different brands of it, and I'm trying a different one on Agent Callus because it has it still makes everything darker, but it has a bit of a different effect than just straight up Nuln Oil. And I'm not even diluting this on the minis, because I am, as you just saw, going back and re-highlighting like that. Yeah, the tricky part is going to be how to have this rest. Let's see. Can I? Alright, cool. At least stick to that. But I can't be too overly zealous with my brush strokes. Oh ho ho, or I could just have it catch on itself. Ah! Sorry if that was a little bit off camera. Maybe I should have watered this down just a tad. But, oh well. As the great Gurney Halleck would say, if wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. Okay, so while that's drying, I will work on the... Actually, I'll also put on the sand base for Agent Callus. And then while that's drying, I'll work on the other heads. Just working on a little head, you know. Just a little head. Nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. And wait. I remembered that I had rocks to put on this. If I was smart, I would have left up my YouTube channel. Alright, because I still have... Turn this down so we don't hear myself talking. So that way I can see the positioning of the rocks that you guys help me decide on. Since I'm pretty much done with the... Okay. Cool. So, let us... Sorry, I'm just referencing that now. Putting a little dab of super glue. No, of course, and now it's one of those times where, oh look, I put a little super glue on it. Now it's stuck there for forever. Just need to make sure that it's completely on the base and not overhanging. That was one of his stipulations. A little extra glue there, just to make sure it sticks. Okay, cool. So maybe I will cover this up for just a minute. Well, actually, that glue seems pretty set. So, since I'm not using an actual brush, I'm just using this. Which again, if I do tag the Mini with this, I can try to quickly wipe it off, and also just hit it back up with the correct color, since I already have it on my palette and it's still moist. See, just like that. So the meme in question was about the rite of passage of spilling a full pot, laughing at other people spilling a full pot of Nuln Oil, and then you spilling said pot of Nuln Oil right after laughing at. Ooh, yes, moist. Thank you, babe. Which, yeah, I've
Moist.
so moist. All the moistness. I have not either, but I don't brag about it too much because I don't want to tempt the mini painting gods, kami, oni, whichever belief system you have for that. I'm definitely going to have to touch up his boots just a little bit. But yeah, here's... Which actually, I'm not going to even touch up the boots now. I'm going to wait until after I paint the boots yellow. Or, yeah, I'll paint the boots yellow when I paint the sand yellow. Get up early in the AM. Going to the beach, are ya? Okay, say that's a pretty good coverage on there. I take it you're back. Alright, so now we're going to work on the faces, and I'm not going to drop my Rakarth flesh. Again, twice. Alright. Alright, so let's get a little bit on the palette. I think that's my Rakarth flesh pile. Yeah, that just sounds great. Rakarth flesh pile. Put that there, make sure that's even closed all the way. So yeah, I'm going to use a lighter flesh tone to build up build up the faces first. And then I think I'm going to go to a Cadian flesh tone, since Callus is rather tan in Rebels, at least from what I remember and what it looks like on the box art. Just controlling my breathing a lot here. There we go. Hopefully that wasn't too intense or too boring for everybody else to watch. That was a whole gamut right there too. Too intense or too boring. I hope it was mediocre at best there. Which meme is that, Ty? Right here, I know I can be a little sloppy because I'm going to come back and give him his mutton chops. Ramsay's yelling at one of the student chefs. Captain reads, "You use so much spice that the diners are bending, bending space and seeing the future." Yeah, that's a good one. There aren't enough Dune memes, in my opinion, but hopefully that will be changing here relatively soon. Okay. And Michelle said she made one for role playing, and she'll send it to me on Discord. Which, yes, I don't have my own Discord server, but I am a part of the Goblin Kings. So anybody watching, go and find Michael Mordor and become his patron. Then you can join us and many of the goblins on this stream on his Discord server, where we can talk about painting, nerd stuff, anything like that. Very cool place to hang out. Just had the random +10 show up on my end of chat. Oh, it's the Republic credits, so that's what's used to play sounds. In the like on the bottom left, click on that, and that's where the sounds are coming from. That's like when Michelle plays Deep Moist. Yeah, even the $1 tier will get you into the Discord server. Which, it's a really cool place. So yeah, and I think I called my points Republic credits. Just because I couldn't think of anything else to really call them. Since I paint a lot of Star Wars, I figured that would fit. You got the plus 10 credit for just watching. Like, it's one of those where you get points for just sitting in channel watching. And you can use them to play noises. Like when Michelle played the raid sound when she came back. That was some of those points. No worries.
Moist.
There we go. Which I have some that cost bits. I don't know how to get to them. Can you see if you can get to them at all, Michelle? Or they quote unquote cost bits, but they're free. Okay, most of that is pretty much dry. I'll let that dry.
Hello there.
Yep, see? Hello there. You'll move. I don't have a hydrate one, but I always feel the need to hydrate. I need to keep my innards moist, as it were. Okay. Okay. No worries. I just don't know where my bit are something. Okay, bud. Uh, Can keep that more up here. Oh boy, this is going to be fun painting and not buggering up. Remember where they were put the previous night? Come the next morning, that gets a little rough at times. Not quite following there, bud. Okay. Alright, got that. No, that's fine, dude. I get it. Sorry if that's focusing on the tool while I'm doing that. It's probably the best way I could hold on to this though. How's the work coming along on the other project, Michelle? So I heard my Discord beep. I was wondering if that was something that you sent me or not. Oh, okay. I will look here in just a moment. Yeah, that wash really just darkens up a lot of those areas. Right. Again, more secret society stuff. Either or. I mean, oh, okay. RP is life. The RP must flow. Yep. And yeah, I mean, whatever project you're working on. It's always cool getting work in progress pics from friends. No, not that kind of personal. Okay. Well, again, whatever you're willing to share for your art, I'm always happy to see. Is anybody else working on anything else too? Okay, cool. I will have to check that out. Just get a little bit off the brush there. Feather that just a little bit. Well, you're doing martial arts stuff, dude, and that's always a good improvement and a good project in of itself. So again, I'll even say it on stream so you can hear the sincerity in my voice. I am super proud, dude, that you found capoeira school that you love training at, because that's something ever since I met you that you've wanted to do. So I'm super proud of you for following your dream there. Everyone else here can hear the sincerity in my voice. So okay. Alright, now let's get that Cadian flesh tone. Oh, hey, and I've noticed I've gone over an hour. Well, how about I do the Cadian flesh tone and then we call it quits? That sound good to you guys? That cool? Everybody cool with that? Yes, no, maybe so. 99, 100. Or if you'd want, I could just wrap it up here and we could just call it a night. Well, I know, but it's always good just actually hearing it and seeing my face when I say it too. Michelle, Ty, delay capture. Want me to at least do the Cadian flesh tone? Alright. Sweet. I hate getting those little hangers in these pots too. Kind of cause shit to dry. Alright, yeah, we'll do this flesh tone, and then I'll call it a night. Okay. One more dab of water.
Moist.
We may or may not have created a monster. Oh well, it's all good. That still turned out so good. Yeah, and definitely a light flesh wash over this. And that is definitely Agent Callus' skin tone. Yep. Try not to knock the mini proper over. Yeah, and then watch right as I'm ready to go, Michael pops right on. Just like he did the other day. But I just need to learn to promote myself more on Twitter so people know when I'm on. Alright. Yeah, I'd say that is definitely... Oh, sorry. It's definitely Agent Callus' skin tone. Come on, focus. There we go. This one is definitely an angry face if it'll focus on it. Come on. Yeah, that definitely looks very good for Agent Callus's skin tone. Alright, and I just need to let that dry, and I can actually paint that up as sand. Yeah, it's so amazing to see how quick I can paint, or at least a single character. I know a lot of you, or some of you were here when I did the dual paint with Michael, and how he speed painted a Dreadnought, and I haven't touched it since then, really, except for a few other little details. But it's always amazing how quickly a single character goes compared to an army unit. But yeah, gonna call that there for the evening. Thank you everybody for swinging by. It was a fun stream. Glad everybody was here. And yeah, again, if you're not following me, click that follow button on Twitter. Go ahead and subscribe to, or on Twitch. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. This is for Michael. This is on the commissions list for Michael, and I might actually just finish him up off stream, and I'll post it on Twitter. And then I have another couple boxes waiting to be painted for him. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and just remember to always keep painting.